Welcome back! It is now April 6th, 2011, the 6th day of VEDA. Oh, and just for the record, no, I'm not wearing the same light blue shirt as yesterday. This one is my Chicks Love Nerds shirt, so I gotcha. So yesterday I talked a little bit about the stuff that I use in terms of hardware and equipment for both music and video production. And today I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of the software I use. So starting with music again like I did yesterday, generally as I start to record stuff, maybe like just a scratch guitar track or something, I'll use the program called Cool Edit Pro, which is now actually I think called Adobe Audition because Adobe bought it. So then I'll take that file and drag it into FL Studio, which is the digital workstation or DAW that I use to do pretty much everything else for my music production. Unfortunately, FL Studio is a PC-only program for any of you Mac users who might have been interested in trying it out. But there are a plethora of other good music programs like Pro Tools or Logic that are available on Macs. So anyway, once I have that stuff in FL Studio, then I can basically go in and use the generators and plugins to actually create like synth sounds or electronic drums and pretty much make them sound real or fake. Now once those files are actually in FL Studio, then I can start adding things like synth instruments from different generators and plugins. Can start adding like vocals, actual guitar takes, and drums, either the dancey sounding drums or real sounding drums. It's also actually in FL Studio that I do all of the mixing and mastering, all of the EQ work, all kinds of effects and things like that. Just a few of my favorite plugins I use in FL Studio are things like Citrus, Vanguard, Toxic 3 and Toxic 4, Guitar Rig 3 and 4, and then Addictive Drums for like real sounding drums, and then all kinds of different just drum samples and loops for more dancey stuff. Put that all together and maybe add some effects, add maybe some extra guitar parts and layer some other things on, like maybe harmonies with the vocals, and put some compression on there, and it's pretty much good to go. Oh, and I guess one quick thing about actually writing music that somebody asked, I think in yesterday's video, do I write lyrics or melody first? And I'm the type of person who's much more musically minded than like literally minded. Is that a word? I don't know. So I generally focus more on the music side of things first, and therefore I generally will do the melody and have the chord progressions and everything, and then try to fit lyrics around those melodies, and sometimes they'll change a little bit just to actually make lyrics fit and work. I think once VEDA is actually over and I'm working more on actual new Skyway Flyers songs, I'll probably put some kind of behind the scenes footage of the writing process itself, and maybe even the mixing process on this channel, so stay tuned for that. So now for video editing, pretty much I've tried a few things before in the past, like the Corel Video Studio and ULEAD Studio, and I hadn't actually really messed with those too much, but now that I am doing a lot more videos than I was in the past, I just am using Sony Vegas, and I don't think it's a perfect program by any means. There's a lot of not intuitive things about it, and a lot of things that I don't really particularly like, but it works for what I do, and now that I've been working with it long enough, I know how to use it fairly well and can pretty much do most things that I would like to do other than, you know, like super awesome 3D effects and stuff that you would need like Adobe After Effects for. I would say I'd probably have to give Sony Vegas something like 7 out of 10 maybe, because it can do what I need it to do most of the time, but it was kind of a pain to figure out. I definitely want to try to learn how to use Adobe Premiere Pro and actually get good at using After Effects. So if any of you guys have, you know, like a free copy that you want to get rid of, that you like need to get rid of, I can do you a favor. Take those off your hands. Well, everybody, I guess that's about it for today. I hope that was informative and helpful if you're trying to actually do music and video stuff yourselves. Alright guys, see you tomorrow!